NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up with the Las Vegas Raiders. And we are underway from Houston. And no run back on this one, so the new season will begin at the 25-yard line. On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. It's caught, Smith. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line. But once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
And he'll push his way forward to about the 32. It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the first down marker, and now it's 3rd down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
3rd play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3. They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. Defense had a chance to get off the field here in the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important 3rd down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
Now a 1st down carry. It's Williams. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
On 2nd down now, it's Williams. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down. From the shotgun, Wilson. Out to the flat here for Johnson. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49.
Now that's absolutely frustrating for a defender. Had a chance to get him on the ground before he got to the sideline. But what great vision and understanding where he is on the field as he headed for the marker and picked up the 1st down.
Yeah, he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35.
That's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
They'll throw on 1st down with Wilson. This one swung out to Williams. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll make this a 2nd down. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved. Just as you said, they want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
This is shaping up to be a really nice-looking drive to get the season underway here.
And how long do you think that they actually have been plotting this drive?
And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Javonte Williams, 14 yards. And the Raiders are on the board here first in the season opener. Extra point by Nagar is up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Jakeem Grant now to return. They'll take it up past the 20-yard line. They'll come out with a 3 tight end look on the first play of the drive. Faking the give. Now Watson. They'll roll him out right. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete. 2nd and 10. Throwing again is Watson. Taken in by the tight end Doyle. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down. An ideal start defensively. They already have the touchdown. Now they get the stop.
Just like they drew it up on the chalkboard. Does that sound dated? Right? Am I out of touch a little bit?
It's all right.
All right, grease board, heck, computer, exactly what you want, though. Score on your first drive, stop them on the first drive defensively.
On 4th down, Watson. And this will complete to Will Fuller. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49.
Well, they picked up the first down, but I'm just going to say it. I didn't like it before the ball was snapped, and I don't like it now that they picked it up. Think about field position on their own side of the 50. They don't get it. They put their defense in a bad spot, and it's just not a decision that pays off very often.
Well, it wasn't 4th and a yard. There was some meat on that bone.
There really was. Fortunate to get it in that situation, but not a call I would make very often. All right, quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the 2nd and the 3rd level.
And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. That's already the 3rd time they've looked his way on this opening drive. He's caught 1 of the 3.
That doesn't mean they won't continue to go in that direction. It feels like they think they've got something good going there, and they think those numbers are going to increase.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. A shotgun snap for Watson. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
And that's exactly what defenses talk about. You've got to find ways to get off the field when you can, especially on 3rd down. And 3rd down defense going to be vital in this game. Able to knock that one away and force a 4th down.
Oh, a big decision here early. Look at this. They're going to go for it on their own side of the field. They will indeed snap it to Watson. And the catch made. It's Tyler Boyd. But they're going to wrap him up as he'll go down well short of a first. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And that will force a turnover on downs. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They were successful last time finding the end zone on their opening drive of the season. And they get another shot here with a 1st and 10. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now Wilson. Williams brings it in. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. At that time, they pick up a 1st down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Divine Diablo there to make the stop. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. They stay on the ground. This time it's Johnson. Trying to turn the corner, but they string him out and stop him at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play there. Now it'll be 3rd down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Now it's Wilson. And he's got his tight end. That's Smith. And the Raiders are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
And in a lot of ways, that catch is expected. Red zone presence, and that one was realized there. You've got to find your tight end in that situation.
They'll try and run. This is Williams. And he's over the line and in for a Raider touchdown. Javonte Williams. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage. An extra point by Nagar is up and good. And it's now 14-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And here's Jakeem Grant from his end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. So now we get set to see Houston for their 2nd drive of the ball game. They're staring at a 2-touchdown deficit, 14-0 to score as they regroup with 1st and 10. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4, 2nd and 6.
Brandon, we just saw the benefits of being able to run the ball successfully. They pick up 4 yards on that carry. So now if you're a play caller, you can do just about anything you want. But on the defensive side of the ball, you scramble a little bit. Now you're behind trying to figure out, do I need to blitz it? Do I need to pressure it? How do I gain an advantage on this snap? When you're struggling on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. Those are the plays this defense needs with the deficit they're facing.
It certainly is, and they've got to continue to swarm the football and hope that someone, while they're holding up the ball carrier, can get in there and rake it and lock it free. They need to get some takeaways as well.
And it looked like he got the feet down, did he? Yes, it's a catch. A big play that time through the air. 39 yards. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. To throw is Watson. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Andrews. And a good gain here of 9 from the 19 down to the 10. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion. 2 minutes to play, 1st half. It's 14-0. They go back to the ground now with Eckler. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Not enough there for a first. No gain, as a matter of fact. And it leaves them at 3rd and 1. And he's got the 1st down as he gets it to the 8. They'll try the right side with Eckler. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. An 8-yard touchdown run. And the Oilers have got it back to within a score. So it was the passing game that got him down here, but closer to the goal line, it's the running game that gets him home.
Certainly appears that they lulled the defense into thinking that the passing game was going to be it the entire drive. Nice change up there going to the running game to get him over the goal line.
Extra point try good by Gano. And that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. Joe Reed returning. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And still plenty of time remaining here in the half, more than a minute. And we'll see if they just want to protect that lead or try to add on to it.
Well, with as much time as is left on the clock, I would imagine it would be the latter. I think they're going to try and add on to it. So what they're going to tell the team is very simply, if you can get out of bounds after making a play downfield, terrific. If you can't, everyone hustle to the line of scrimmage, either run another play or clock it and start over again.
Working with a 2nd and 4. Here's Wilson. It's caught on the right side at Smith. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40.
That was a route run, not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
On first down, Wilson. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. Now Wilson on first down. And this will be incomplete.
No coverage bust by the defense here. They did a nice job accounting for everybody, and that led to an incompletion.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Wilson. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll slide to a halt here. Still a little shy of the first down marker. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. This will be from 56 yards out. And that is no good. He gave it a good run. That wasn't more than a foot or so. There you have it. Halftime quickly over. 3rd quarter, here we go. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. Grant, he will not return it, and his guys will begin at the 25. And this offense set to go now to begin the 3rd quarter. And they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. What's the game plan, Charles, for the second half?
It might be a little counterintuitive because most people will think losing equals passing the ball more, but I established the running game. They kind of went away from it in the first half. I think if they get back in balance, it'll help them when they put the ball back in the air. Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
On 2nd and 1, Watson. Well, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
Watson to throw on 3rd and 1. Here's Fuller with a catch. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A big play that time on a catch and run.
But he reminded us that he was a 1,000-yard receiver a year ago as he starts off week 1 picking up right where he left off. He told us at the end of the preseason he was primed for a big year. He just gave us excellent evidence of his belief.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
whistles here and a flag down. Looked like someone got going a little early. Maybe anticipating a blitz, and they jumped.
Yeah, and if we saw it, you know that they saw it. The bad guys might have been coming on that play. Had to pick them up, and they jumped.
From the gun, here's Watson. Slings it to Andrews, and it's complete. The tight end has it. Down to the 6-yard line on a pickup of 6 as he gets halfway to the goal line. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. On the give, this is Eckler. 49 yards on the ground for him so far.
And Brad, they went to a nickel defense, and that's a surprise this close to the goal line, because ordinarily you use the back end of the end zone, the sidelines as extra defenders.
And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. A great play there. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Oilers are within an extra point of tying up this ball game.
Well, they decided to run it in and got it done on 3rd and goal. A lot of times that's a passing play.
And the kicker, this has to come out for the PAT. He can breathe a sigh of relief as well, right?
Although I don't know if he's really breathing a sigh of relief. I think he likes to put 3 points on his ledger.
Gano the extra point, and that will tie our game here in the 3rd. So an 8-play drive covering 80 yards. And the result, a Houston touchdown. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. Here's Reed. And able to get this out to the 25. So here comes the Raiders offense getting ready for their first possession of the 2nd half. Their halftime lead now evaporated. We're back to level following that touchdown a moment ago.
And that shouldn't change the mindset a whole lot from an offensive perspective, because they already knew this was going to be a hard-fought game. Now they just need to go out, execute their game plan, and keep moving.
Oh, heck of a move. Man. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39.
Something to watch here in week 1 of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus, the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
And he'll be stopped right at midfield.
A good run there off right tackle in an old-school NFL football. The right side of the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. Kind of reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009-2010. That's how they constructed their offensive line.
Yeah, that's just a solid, good physical run there as he motors for 9 yards.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball. But when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
Now they'll throw it with Wilson. Throw right side is going to be caught by Samuel. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now a 10th carry. Here's Williams. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the 2nd half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
Throwing now, Wilson on 1st down. Complete. Smith has it. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down. Final minute now in the 3rd quarter. On 2nd down, it's Williams, and he's got 4 down inside the 20 to the 18.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
Now it's Completes it to Samuel. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
As defensive coordinators around the league tell me all the time, that throw is not for every quarterback because you've really got to drive the ball downfield. It's going to be a tight window for him to fit that one into. And
this is caught by Allen. Touchdown, Raiders. A 7-yard touchdown grab, and the Raiders have taken the lead. Extra point by Nagar is up and good. And the lead is now 21-14. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as Grant opts not to return it. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They did what they had to do to start this third quarter, went down, got the touchdown to cut the lead, but the matching touchdown a moment ago, and we're right back where we started at halftime.
Yeah, you're exactly right, partner. They had a little bounce in their step after scoring that first touchdown, but the defense gave one up, and that's the problem right now. Can they get better play from their defense while they continue to score on offense?
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Watson. They'll run the screen with Mack.
One of my old teammates called me the other day when he was watching the game. He's like, man, trying to watch an NFL game and trying to account for their passing game, that's difficult. And just when you think you get everything covered, here comes a back out of the backfield. And in this case, he picks up a first down.
On first down, Watson. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Boyd. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Some good games around the league here early in week 1, and this one's shaping up to be as good as any of them as we come up on a 1st and 10. And complete to Zach Ertz. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the 4th. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
Watson's throw into the hands of Andrews. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Now a play fake, and it's Watson. Rolling to his right. Throwing to the sideline, he finds Fuller. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
And a little bit of space there, takes it inside the 5 to the 3. A pickup of 4 on first down, it'll be 2nd and goal.
That didn't just feel like good defense there, that felt like pride, didn't it? He's already gotten into the end zone twice, trying to get there for a 3rd time. No one likes to have the hat trick against them.
Yeah, maybe they were coming with a blitz that time and it caused a jump.
I think if we saw it, you know that they saw it. Might have been a little discussion down there. Bad guys coming. Pick them up. Pick them up. And someone jumped.
He's got a man. It's his fullback. Touchdown. Kyle Juszczyk from 8 yards out. And the Oilers are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th. We are set up for a fantastic finish now. A 4th quarter touchdown here. We're an extra point away from a tie football game.
And I know they're thinking about possibly going for 2, but I'd go ahead and kick this one and just get it back to level.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. Here's Wilson to throw. And it's complete, right back in the hands of Smith. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down. To throw again is Wilson. He's got Allen. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30.
And partner, in a tie game in the fourth quarter, you and I both know in the NFL, that's when you lean on your stars. And he came through with a nice catch right there.
Now Wilson. And this one complete to Smith. And just shutting him off there. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. A big play there on the catch and run. A field goal could get him the lead, but it might not be enough here as they come up on 1st and goal. Here's Wilson. And this is caught by Allen for a Raider touchdown. A great effort there. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Raiders answer back with a touchdown of their own to break our tie and take the lead here in the 4th. Extra point by Nagar is up and good. And they will take a 7-point lead. On the return from his end zone is Grant. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. So Deshaun Watson in the offense. Down 28-21, 2:11 to go. Plenty of time here. They've got 3 timeouts and the 2-minute warning as they've got it 1st and 10. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that. Second down. Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. Watson off play action. Sliding out of the pocket. This is caught. It's Boyd. And they will get him down, but not before he gets very good yardage there, as that will lead us right into the 2-minute warning. That one into the hands of Thielen, complete. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
That completion helps out in a nice way. Now they can take a little bit more time, but guess what? They've got to make sure on their throws that they see it open, not just anticipate it.
On second down, Eckler. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. 64 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Now he dumps this off over the middle, and they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line.
Martin, you got to like what they're doing right there. Little by little, they're getting closer. Another good pickup.
Watson to throw. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. Well, they have had no answer for this connection all night long.
They just have to think in a 2-minute situation, that's got to be a concentration lap. You know they're going to go back to him with the game that he's been having.
On the jet sweep, here comes Fuller. Nifty move on the run, but ultimately stops short of the goal line down at the 2. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game. Trying to punch it in with Eckler. And yes, he's into the end zone. So they get the late score they needed. And now the extra point can tie this thing up in the final minute.
And while it appears the heavy lifting was accomplished by scoring the touchdown, they're still down 1.
And now the decision is to go for 2. A gutsy call, and this, in effect, is your ball game right here. And he's going to get in for the 2 points. It was an incredibly gutsy call, but they've taken the lead by a point late in the game. And boy, you want to talk about guts. Guts is going for 2 when you're down 1 in that spot right there.
Do they not trust their kicker? Did they not feel that it was time to go ahead and do that? Or did they just say, we've got a play on that we're so confident in, we're going to go ahead and do it? I'm going to say they're going to say that in the press conference.
Here's Reed returning. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. Las Vegas' offense back out there ready to go. So you're right there, but obviously the clock is not your friend. How do you handle this situation?
You're thinking 2 plays. 1, to get yourself in position for the second one, whether you're able to get into field goal range or you have to try another deep pass, another Hail Mary. But you're trying to get the first one to a receiver, get out of bounds, and give yourself a chance to set things up.
And that's caught inside the 35. And all the way inside the 35 before he goes out of bounds. It's a big play there for Vegas. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. On the counter, here's Williams. Williams is going to have the first down and a little more. And he's across for the touchdown, and it's likely the game winner here in the closing stages. Russell Wilson now will bring his guys up to go for 2. Throwing now is Wilson. It's complete. And he will get into the end zone for the 2 points, and that helps. That gives him a 7-point lead. And around the goal line, especially on 2-point tries, sometimes the QB's best friend is that big target, the tight end.
I love how you described it because you know he's going to have some length and some catch radius as well as a big body to keep people away from the football.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They have time here, partner, for just one final heave.
And I have to look at it from the defense's perspective here. We know where they're...
He's got a man complete. And he's in for the touchdown with the clock reading triple zeros. And the extra point, if they hit it, will send this thing to overtime.
Well, there's no doubt they just seized the momentum with that one. They can go ahead and kick the extra point here and ride that home wave on into overtime.
And now the decision is to go for two. A gutsy call, and this, in effect, is your ball game right here. One last throw here for Watson. And he's got it. It's caught. What a call with no time remaining. And with that, 2 points, they win the game. So let's recap. How about the guts in this one? You score on the final play. Thought they were just going to try the PAT and tie it, send it to overtime. Charles, they went for two, and they won it right there.
Well, the book, right? You know the book that everyone plays by, right?
Yep.
That mythical book says, kick it, get to overtime, you're covered. If you don't, you go for two and you don't get it, your job could be in jeopardy. But sometimes people just know their teams. They may have felt like they were out of gas. They had to have it now, and they did it and got out of there with a win.
So for the home team here, they can breathe a sigh of relief as they're able to eke out the one-point victory here in the opener. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Chicago Bears. Meanwhile, for Las Vegas, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to Lambeau to take on the Packers. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.
killer we've seen